Oh man, Blake, get out the fucking quarter for the Supercard. For the
Dude,
Supercard.
I'm looking at it right now. This fucking card, this is going to spoil the entire prediction series.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. All this time, my only goal for the last few months was to just not fall so far behind that I couldn't clusterfuck scramble my way back into first over WrestleMania weekend. That's it. That was the entire goal. I knew I was never going to make it up there because I don't watch the product anymore, so I don't have my genius like, based on Raw and SmackDown that I watched live, clearly X, Y, and Z is going to happen. So my only goal was just like, we're going to get to Supercard and NXT and Wrestlemania, and like, no one's gonna have any confidence in their fucking predictions because no one should, and then we're all just gonna kind of hope for the best.
And we're all fucked.
So welcome to Fight Boys, the weekly podcast about professional and not so professional wrestling. I am the man not taking a drink, the Dylan.
Thank you so much, because the show needed to start at some point, and I really needed to finish that weird coconutty drink. Hi, I'm Scottye, by the way, the mad lad.
I fell asleep at my desk. I'm Blake. We were talking about wrestling, and then, like, you guys got to talking, and I started looking at the supreme amount of wrestling that's going to happen over this week, and I just fell asleep.
It's so much wrestling.
By the way, by supreme amount of wrestling, are you talking about that Instagram video of Lana climbing hay bales?
Oh.
Always.
Always. I want you to know that's on a 24-hour loop on a tab on my computer. That's just always up. It's just a matter of what else am I using as background noise while I'm watching that.
I have a plasma screen TV, like, mounted up behind my
32 inch for no other reason than to replay that.
It's just Lana. It's my third monitor.
Blake, don't even joke about getting distracted by shit, because we were recording a load of BS earlier tonight, and halfway through you're just like, hold on, Becky's on screen. Becky, I can't do the show right now. Becky's on screen. Then turned up your television so the whole stream could have enjoyed Becky's good promo tonight.
It was literally like you, me, and Ghazi. I think he would appreciate it.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, have you seen the somebody remade the WrestleMania 17 My Way promo, but they used video and clips from the main event feud?
Oh, that's good.
I mean, it wasn't the best because they didn't use the footage of Becky beating the shit out of both of them with a crutch, but the whole time I was waiting for it was like, yeah, you show Ronda beating him up, you show like that shitty police backstage fight from yesterday. Where's her beating people with a cane and Charlotte beating Ronda with a kendo stick? Like, where's the weapons fight? It's a triple threat match. There's no DQ. Someone's getting hit with a fucking chair. I hope you're ready for it.
Oh, I'm so ready.
Okay, thank you so much for bringing up the one thing I wanted to talk about, because every website I've been on was like, the best brawl WWE's ever had? Is this the greatest backstage segment of all time? I'm like, are you talking about Becky Lynch's good kick party? Where it was just like, put their arms behind their back and let them do some kicks.
So here, let me run you through some better ones, just from my personal favorite time in wrestling, which is Superhero Kane.
Yeah.
Let's see here. There's the promo where he mocks Val Venus whenever Val Venus was chief operating officer, and he just does like the little dance at him, and then tells him that he feels sorry that he put 3-minute warning in a handicap match against him. Then there's the part wherever Kane teamed up with the Big Show, and I think it was fucking Chris Masters and Carlito parked a forklift in front of a door and trapped Kane in a room. And Kane just went out the door on the other side and came back around while Big Show was pushing the forklift. And he was like, there was another door. And he was like, are you serious? I just spent all this up. That was a much better segment. Let's see here. Braun just powerlifting all that shit last year. Do we just forget that happened? Those were all great brawls. Him against inanimate objects.
The weirdest thing to me about that entire segment was I was watching it at work, and I'm like, oh, this is their go-home show for the main event. okay, they're all kind of brawling. Oh, now they're getting arrested. That's kind of interesting. And then I looked back up to like do something. And then I was like, oh yeah, it's over now. They're arrested. There's no way. Oh no, they're still...
Nope.
It's still going. Now they're backstage. Now they're just kicking at each other. The best shot in the whole thing is when, like, Ronda's leaning out of the police cruiser that she learned how to drive with her fucking feet, I guess.
She leaned forward somehow.
She leaned forward, and then Charlotte, out of nowhere, just knees her in the fucking face.
I will admit that I need a gif of when Charlotte and Ronda are put into the same back of a cop car and they just turn to each other at the same time and they just start kicking at each other.
Yeah.
I was just like, that's some Benny Hill shit right there.
Like, I've got this weird thing with predicting bad things that happen in wrestling. Like, I accidentally predicted Brock Lesnar beating Taker. I predicted Lesnar going over last year. And then while I was watching that segment and I saw them getting handcuffed, I went, oh, it'd be funny if they started kicking at each other. Oh no, that's just the whole segment. That's all they're doing now is just kicking each other.
My favorite thing was that Becky kicked like some shit away from the cops whenever she was getting just like, fuck you. By the way, are we gonna take bets on whether or not she fights in fucking like Stone Cold Steve Austin like jean shorts, or if she actually wears her ring gear?
I will go with like Daisy Dukes if she does denim. It's gonna be like shorts, but if she does, that's what's gonna happen.
Scottye, you need to make a gaster and drink it on stream.
Oh no, is our chat now just making drinks for me?
Yes.
Oh, man. Well, Twitch, that's what they do. But, yeah, is it just me, or is the leather jacket with the, like, shorts a weird look for Becky? Like, I like the leather jacket when she's, like, wearing jeans or tights, but for it all to go and then just stop is really weird to me.
No, I'm cool with it.
Okay, cool.
I'm sure she appreciates your fashion advice.
That's the weird shit about, like, because my dad's the same way. If we go to wrestling shows, my dad will be like, well, I was looking at his boots. It looks like he's wearing Atomics underneath kick pads. That's an interesting choice. What's this person wearing? And I'm like, you know there's a match happening, right, Dad?
I mean, Becky was wearing these great, like, sparkly pants tonight.
Oh, yeah, sparkle pants.
It's like, oh, man, those are some nice, like, form-fitting jeans speckled with glitter.
Yeah.
Except it's like big glitter.
I can't automatically tell that the two of you did theater for fucking years. No, not at all.
Okay, let's talk about wrestling then, and talk about last week. Blake, you basically read out a list of Brock Lesnar's weaknesses, like ways you could really get him in a match. Well, fun fact: I think Seth Rollins listened to that episode
because he did them.
He did him because
did he hit him in the liver and then hit him in the dick? Because that's like the 1-2 combo.
Well, here's the thing: the babyface Seth Rollins is like cutting this awesome promo against Brock because he is a good promo. Then Brock looks at him and just gives that good shit-eating grin that Brock does, starts to walk away, and then Seth pulls him back, and you think you're gonna get a punch or like a noble kick from the babyface. No, just immediately whiffs him in the dick. Immediately.
And can I say, I think we're all happier for it.
Yes, we're very much happier for that.
Whiffs the dick, blackout, done.
Yes, exactly.
Yep. Okay, so Scottye, 2 parts Everclear, 1 part pineapple juice, and cherry Gatorade.
I don't have Everclear. I could do it with vodka, I guess. Chat, we're talking wrestling. And I guess, speaking of people talking wrestling, John Oliver. What happened, y'all? Because I woke up one day and found WWE on trending. Oh, why? Something we've always known about.
My favorite line from that is, so the character of Vince McMahon is an asshole, but also the person Vince McMahon is an asshole. Yeah. I was just like, ooh, that's big mood right there.
Oh yeah. I think
we didn't even. By the way, I feel like he could have done a 6-part series of it. Could have gone through the steroid trials in like the early '90s and Hulk Hogan's douchebaggery. and then could have gone through like month by month the concussion stuff, and then just the lawsuits of all the former people combined. The fact that Demolition had their tag team run overdone by New Day solely because they were suing for medical.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like that whole segment, it's good to have, like, people who are not fans take a look at the business.
Oh, no, he's clearly a fan. Did you not hear him say wrestling is better than everything you like?
Oh, yeah. It's just, like, it's good to have I guess, not associated with the business kind of person take a look at it. Because for us, it was kind of something we all knew. We were just like, oh, fuck it. Nothing will change. It's okay. Meanwhile, John's sitting there like, everyone at Wrestlemania, start chanting for healthcare. And I'm like, that might happen.
Those signs are going to be confiscated. Well done.
Oh, yes.
Yes, exactly.
You will be escorted out.
I like how they invited him to the show, too, afterwards. They said, allow us to show you. And I was like, one, this is completely a PR move. And two, he's a journalist. How dumb do you think... I know he's British, but how dumb do you think he is?
Yeah.
I know your only exposure to British people is, like, William Regal and the British Bulldog, and Wade Barrett.
Thank
so,
you.
Not the smart people, but not the smartest people you've probably ever met. Still. Actually, no, William Regal is one of the smartest people ever.
That is true. He's also a man's man.
A real man. You have no idea how many times I've thought about making that my ringtone. You have no earthly idea.
Also, Ghazi did want to point out that the last dick hit was after Seth reversed an F5 attempt, kicked him in the dick, and then hit the blackout.
Yeah.
I want you to, he had the extra rotation from missing the F5. That's how he got more momentum on the swing up.
Oh, I didn't know that. I knew we were talking about him, but William Regal's here tonight.
No. This is, of course, the master of Dick Fu himself, the Dylan. He knows how to kick someone in the dick no matter what way. He's like, I know, here's how you approach it.
It's true.
Listen, we're all just students under Yano Toru's mastery, okay? The true ace of New Japan is the king of the dick shot. As Milano Collective AT would say, you need 3 nuts if you're going to fight against Yano, and he'll still hit you in all 3 of them.
Scotty, you're gonna have to make this drink for Gaster.
Please, are they just yelling in the chat? Guys, this is going on YouTube, please. But before I am forced to go downstairs and make a drink, I guess, I will say, what's Braun's character now? Because, like Dylan said, he used to be a boy who'd go in the back and deadlift a car and be kind of, like, fun and charismatic and win a title with a child. And now he's getting mad at people watching fucking Weekend Update backstage because they did something. I've forgotten at this point what they did.
Hey, do you know what his character's about to be? It's about to be the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal winner. That's about to be his personality.
I was gonna call that shot.
You don't want to call that Jost? You don't want to say that Jost is winning it? Because the internet all thinks that he's winning it.
Who?
The internet is stupid, Scotty.
Yeah, fair point.
We're on the internet. That's all the proof you need.
Look at us. We're the litmus test for the internet.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Hashtag worst podcast ever.
Hashtag all bullshit.
That's us.
So we're going to be mostly WWE focused because it is, of course, WrestleMania weekend, but I do want to take a quick turn around to say...
Joey Ryan's penis party is happening. David Arquette's wrestling Timothy Thatcher.
Oh, well, hold on. If we're going to talk about Joey, there is a meet and greet at,
you can get the nice... Get the nice lift and separate on the world famous Joey Ryan penis for $30.
You can touch Joey Ryan's dick for $30, which is the greatest PR move I've ever seen in the history of anything.
Hold on. Did you hear that? Did you hear that pain scream of anguish? Is that Cornette again?
It's coming straight from Louisville, Kentucky. I want you to know that with that move, Joey Ryan has cemented his place in the Carney Motherfucker Hall of Fame.
Yes.
next to the Young Bucks. It's the three of them, and you can fill in your fourth Mount Rushmore. But those clearly the first three. The Young Bucks used to sell the shirts off their back at meet and greets. I can't think of a more carny move.
Well, hold on. If we're gonna add a fourth member to that,
is it Luke Gallows?
Yes, it is Luke Gallows.
All right.
Who legitimately sold a shirt off his back to my family at an ROH show.
Bless him.
Yeah.
Bless him.
The Luke Gallows, like, stone face needs to have something that just, like, emits fire from his mouth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that statue of Bender.
If we're talking about fucking stuff that makes corny cry, did you see the final match announced for Joey Janela's Spring Break?
Maybe.
Because it is, I believe, the character, it's the Invisible Man versus, is it Invisible Stan? Is that the other guy's name? Where there's like an entire storyline built around the Invisible Man dying, then they think it was a murder, then it was revealed that it was by Invisible Stan, and now they've brought the man back as a zombie, and they're fighting, so it's gonna be an empty ring with a bunch of people cheering, and I can't wait to see it.
Well,
No, you first.
Oh, I was just gonna say, a couple of weeks ago, El Generico became active on Twitter again, so he may do a run-in.
Yeah.
That sounds like a fucking Chikara storyline, which is real weird. And 2, the only thing I want to see more than that is Jervis Cottonbelly versus Purvis Rottenbelly. Which is, they're brothers, even though one of them is clearly black.
God, that makes me so happy that exists as a character.
Me as well. Mainly because I know Gentleman Jervis can't use his original name, so he had his doppelganger use it, probably solely as a fuck you to Quack.
Oh, yeah.
But
a big old quack and fuck.
So would we like to vote for which card we are most excited for outside of the major 3? There's a lot out there, but there's 2 that I'm really excited for that are in the front running that I'd like to pitch.
I'm probably gonna go with Spring Break. I'm pretty hyped.
Which night? There's 2 nights.
Which is the night where the Invisible Man fights. That's all I need is the Invisible Man fighting.
And if that's the same night that Mantar shows up, fucking open shut case, Johnson.
Oh, also Bogus Sting whenever he shows up.
My favorite thing is that it was like, we thought we booked real Sting, but we booked bogus Sting, and I was just like, I know this is a work, but fucking bless you, Joey.
The best way to fucking do that, though.
I know. It's the... my favorite thing, and Joey Janela said this, is that he books his shows at what would 16-year-old Joey Janela like to watch, and it's produced some of the best bullshit. No, mine's the Penis Party, because it's the Lucha Brothers versus Taya Valkyrie and Johnny Mundo. It's fucking Matt Stryker and the Best Friends against Who Gives a Fuck, because that's a dream team right there. I don't even know if Joey's on his own show. I have no idea who he's wrestling. But David Arquette is wrestling against Timothy Thatcher, which is like, I can't explain to you how different a set of wrestling that is if I tried. It'd be like if Doink the Clown wrestled Walter. That's the only thing I can compare it to.
You don't need to do a lot of selling for me, because the Penis Party sells itself.
I know, right? And then he just started adding matches, and I was just like, people talk about how the indie scene is like, depleted and all that. Like, then WrestleMania weekend happened, you're just like, no, we still have a lot of really good shit we can do, don't we?
If there's anything that tells me that, it's like listening to Colt Cabana's podcast, of all things, is like, no, they're doing pretty good on the indies.
Oh, yeah. They're always doing good on the indies.
There's always a crazy motherfucker out there with a gimmick. Anyway.
Yep. And there's always a dude willing to book him.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to talk about something, and this is nothing to do with WrestleMania weekend. It's just the weirdest fucking thing I've ever heard. Allie's dead.
Well, wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. Because Allie was already dead, and her soul was sent to Impact Hell. Because I can't say hell. So, like, did Rosemary not actually get her back, or like what's the full conclusion of this storyline? Because
So-
somebody on Reddit wrote it out, and when I saw it, I was just like, that is late 90s Attitude Era, like Ministry of Darkness shit, and I'm all for it. I'm here for it.
It's really nice. Like, I haven't been able to watch a ton of Impact, but since it started streaming, I've been able to catch it a lot more.
Well, firstly, it's called the Undead Realm because they can't say hell.
The Shadow Realm.
And then Satan is called him, but Mitchell is still there, which awesome.
Yeah.
Sinister Minister, motherfucker. Where's he during spring break? I want to be managed by the Sinister Minister. I just need him to crack somebody with his cane. He doesn't even have to work that much. I'll pay him $50 for that spot.
Yeah. So apparently Rosemary, I guess Allie was existing on the plane of Impact Wrestling without a soul. So Rosemary was going to retrieve it. So she drags Allie to the undead realm. And then the clip I saw just has Allie fighting Rosemary fighting demons with swords. I don't know how this is involved with wrestling. And then fucking Sue Young has literally Freddy Krueger's glove and jabs it in Allie's face. And then Allie lays down and, she's got like the half skull makeup.
Uh-huh.
That goes away. So now it's just Allie's face. And she looks up and she's like, "It's okay, demon. I'm complete now." Ooh, what you say? Oh, that dude. They were legit playing some ooh, what you say level music during it as well. It was the weirdest segment I've ever seen.
This is everything that I want to happen in JWF, and I'm not going to stop until it does.
So that means we got to go talk to the people on WWE 2K Games and be like, program swords.
Where are the swords at? More backstage segments in dark places.
And kendo sticks. We can substitute kendo sticks.
Ghazi is pointing out we're sleeping on Kevin Sullivan.
Oh yeah, Big Kev Sub was there as well. Impact is the only company.
Oh, that's right.
Pulls...
It was Kevin Sullivan, not the Sinister Minister. Sorry, they're both bald now, so it's harder to tell them apart.
Yeah. Impact is the only company that just decides to pull the trigger on killing their former talent. And I'm like, all right, they're gonna go to another company and work, so we know they ain't dead, right?
Yeah.
It's like the time...
but they're going to AEW, and like she's not gonna show up with bunny makeup, so... Though I have to admit, her fucking half like skull makeup is probably the best like face paint I've seen since Tama Tonga did his original face paint.
Yeah, well, it's like
Derek Bateman died.
Oh yeah, Derek Bateman has died and gone to hell.
Derek Bateman did die and go to hell, and he's not coming back.
Yeah, but what?
That
what
was Afro.
Mickey James. Impact just decided to kill Mickey James one day. Do y'all remember that?
Oh yeah, pushed her in front of a train, right?
They just shoved her in front of a train and were like, "She's not here anymore. It's fine."
Fuck, that was so good.
Yeah. But you know what else is good, guys?
The horrible processed taste of sugar fucks.
Yeah. I hate the processed taste of sugar fucks. Instead, I get the delicious taste of Golden Crisp, the cereal that we all crave, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, while you're eating that sugar crisp, Golden Crisp, make sure to go to patreon.com/aloadofbs and support the Fight Boys. You get access to our exclusive Discord, access to me and Blake's show. You paid for this. And then, of course, in addition to all that, you get shouted out on the show of your choice every single week. Like the fucker himself, Ghazi, hanging out in the chat. And if you want to be like Ghazi, or be a better version of Ghazi, just go to patreon.com/aloadofbs.
Is it time for me to get the quarter out?
Yeah, Blake, you're going to need to get that quarter out because it's time for some predictions. But before that, we need to message a boy. A boy Dylan knows very well because, of course, he's facing him in a match this Sunday at Wrestlepalooza because it's Dust Wild.
Chuck.
So,
Chuck.
Should we finally pull the...
Two things. One, I need you to take a half step away from your microphone.
What a dust!
Okay.
Watch.
We can't just steal bits, Blake.
I'm stealing
Anyways.
bits tonight.
Listen,
It's Blake
we were-
Tanner, Bit Thief. It's like how Scottye makes all of his characters in wrestling like steal finishers.
Listen. If we were stealing bits, I would steal the Michael Nakazawa bit because I know who Michael Nakazawa is. I saw him fight a cripple at a video game convention.
Michael Nakazawa?
Michael Nakazawa?
Michael Nakazawa?
You have no idea. That is the ultimate test of can being the elite get someone over. Because I guarantee you, no one remembers who the Michael Nakazawa is. But
I remember because of the like that show. That's the only reason I
see,
know who Michael Nakazawa
as soon as
is.
they were like, we're gonna get Michael Nakazawa, I was like, Michael Nakazawa's back. I was the only person hyped for that shit. I was like, I remember him. He took off multiple layers of fucking trunks and shoved them in people's faces like the fucking Mankind Mandible Claw. And it was the best shit ever, except he didn't tap them out. He pinned them after they passed out.
For Dust Watch this week, can we just like send him a message that says Michael Nakazawa?
No.
Michael Nakazawa?
I just sent, hey, add sexy Chucky T, want to come replace our co-host because he sucks. Hashtag Dustwatch 2019.
Oh, okay.
I feel like we should be like, listen,
That's fine. That's fine. I understand.
This is a WrestleMania ultimatum. Either you follow us, or we're gonna leave you alone forever.
Wait, what? You just gotta call it? You gotta end it there?
We've been on this good fight for 2 years, and we haven't even got him to, like, hate us. Like, I assume that he just gets this shit every Tuesday, Wednesday, and it's just like, oh, it's from and swipe. And, like, that's it. We're just like a basic, like, he's taking a piss, going through his messages. He doesn't even look at it anymore. It's like whenever it's like when you're at the end of a failing relationship and your SO messages you and you're just like, I don't give a shit. Like, we're at that status with Justin.
Hey, I'll add the second one then. Hey, add sexy Chucky T. All of them start with a hey. Hey, add sexy Chucky T.
Hey.
This is our WrestleMania ultimatum. Either you follow us or this is over.
I want you to know I really hope that that's what gets him to block us, because that's a way better way to end this. Follow us or we'll stop talking to you. Blocked. Just as good. I want you to know if he shows up to the CEO show, I'm still gonna get my picture taken with him. No, you have no idea. The goal is to.
This is the I guess this is history, because this is the final Dust Watch. Hey, sexy Chucky T, this is our WrestleMania ultimatum. Either you follow us or Dust Watch is over. Deal with it, scrub. 2019.
Then we wait until 2020. We say, Happy New Year, bitch, we're back. And then we just start it again.
That is why I specified it. Just to be like, 2020, it's coming, bitch.
Woo! No. My goal is to, whenever they have the either the show for Fight for the Fallen or the CEO show, I'm just gonna be like, okay, can I just hug you? And then like Chuck's trying to get in on it, but I just like hold him back with
you're like shoving him away? Yeah.
Like, but I'm clearly very much enjoying the hug with Dustin. How much is that one? Can I just hand you $40? I feel that's worth it. This is gonna be my banner forever.
All right.
More than the creepy Young Bucks one. Oh, we lost. We lost Blake.
No, we didn't lose Blake. Once he heard that I sent that to Chuck, he became a salty bitch and decided to leave the call. He's been coming back every few seconds, though, so we might as well just start doing predictions without him, I guess.
All right.
So let's start with the card that Blake knows the least about.
Michael Nakazawa?
And that's Michael Nakazawa
I feel like
for G1 Supercard.
Oh, no, I'm not making my predictions until you apologize to me. Just do it live on air. It'll be fine.
So I feel like we need to start at Friday, which is the NXT show, then Saturday, then Sunday. Oh, we got to do this in order. Come on.
Oh, okay. Do it in order. That's perfectly fine.
NXT is on Friday, so yeah.
Yeah.
For anybody listening, make sure to set it for Friday and not Saturday.
Unless you want to watch some G1 Supercard.
In match number 1, the War Raiders versus Aleister Black and Ricochet, the two people on the main roster right now.
Gonna go with the War Raiders?
Yeah?
I mean, I guess.
Yeah, War Raiders. Probably what I'm gonna call match of the weekend, Pete Dunne versus Walter in a match where we see a man die.
Yeah. Walter.
Yeah, I think this is it. I think this is where the title reign comes to an end. I think this is where Walter takes it.
After 2.5 years.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're seeing it.
I hope he gets called to the main roster at some point. Like 205 Live. That'd be amazing.
Right. It's really oversaturated right now.
So Blake, you had Walter?
Yeah.
Okay, so 3 Walters, 3 War. This is the one that doesn't matter. Johnny Gargano versus Adam Cole, baby, for the NXT title.
Ooh. See, this is where it gets really weird, because on the one hand, I know probably originally that it was supposed to be Gargano because it was supposed to be Ciampa. However, now that is no longer the case and they have replaced it with Adam Cole, baby, arguably the future face of NXT and all of the WWE, who do you choose?
With me, well, here's the logic for me. I feel like they were going to give it to Johnny. Then a few months later, he gets in a feud with Adam, then they'd give it to Adam. This is just skipping that step, which is why I'm saying they're giving it right now to Adam.
I don't see any universe where Johnny isn't getting ready to go back up to the main roster after they called him up to the main roster and then sent him back down. So I think, no. Adam Cole, bye-bye.
All right, I'll go with Johnny Wrestling. He needs a good ending to this story. Like, if it ends with him failing another time and not getting the moment in the sun, then the past year and a half has been worthless.
Yeah. Velveteen Dream versus Matt Riddle for the NXT North American Championship.
Okay, so I'm gonna pick Velveteen Dream just so somebody can successfully defend that fucking belt.
Yes, I'm saying the exact same thing.
Don't get me wrong. The King of Bros will have his day. Also, the fact that his theme song isn't just people saying the word bro over and over again to like electric music is disappointing.
Well, that's because that was what the Hype Bros theme was, which was essentially the Ninja Turtles theme song with people going, bro, bro, bro.
I'm loving me some Dream, but something's telling me to pick Riddle.
My mind's telling me Dream, but my body says bro.
I can't imagine. I can't wait to see what his outfit is. That's my favorite part of the fucking NXT shows now.
Oh yeah, and then finally Shayna Baszler versus Io Shirai versus Bianca Belair versus Kairi Sane. This the tough one. Kairi's had it, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Bianca. I'm going Bianca then. Mostly just to shove a dick in Sam Roberts' mouth. That's the only reason they're doing it.
I'm feeling Io.
Okay. Captain Io.
Yeah, Captain Io. Io, I think, should.
Okay, so we got
Actually,
Captain... Oh,
God.
Dylan's got that it's tough. It's tough
It
for
is.
the Dylan.
It's tough only because Io and Kairi are potentially going to be moved up to the women's tag division.
Right.
Sky Captains is a fucking thing that's happening, and it can't happen, with that current thing. But I feel like Io should get it, so I'm gonna go with Io.
Okay, so 2 Captain Ios and then and then Bianca.
I like how none of us have faith that fucking... Despite the fact that Shayna always somehow bullshits her way into being... None of us are like, yeah, no, her. No.
Yeah.
That's true.
Well, let's move on to Saturday night for the G1 Supercard.
By the way, we should preface this with, this is probably the most buck wild card I've ever seen in terms of who do you have? Because with the exception of one match, just one, I have no fucking clue.
Yeah.
And I watch these shows. I know who these people are. I don't know.
All right, well, let's start with the pre-show. We've got a bunch of people whose name I can't pronounce. Jenny Rose versus Sumi Sakai, Stella Gray, and Hana Kimura. I guess Kagetsu and Hazuki.
Oh, wait. I choose the one that Kagetsu's on.
I choose the one that Sakai's on. There's Blake's corner drop.
I choose the one that Dylan chose.
Okay. The Honor Rumble, which is
Jushin Thunder Liger.
That's right.
I don't even know who's in it.
The legendary asshole of Jushin Thunder Liger.
He's literally the only person in there that I would see winning. So, well, there's 30 entrants and only 9 have been announced, but I'm gonna agree with Dylan just out of game theory. Jushin Thunder Liger.
It's Liger's probably only time in Madison Square Garden. Why would you not give him this moment?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go against the flow on this one because I have no idea what's going on.
I honestly expected you to pick Cheeseburger. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I didn't even know Cheeseburger was in it. I don't know anybody who's announced for it.
Fair.
Will Ospreay versus Jeff Cobb. Winner takes all. Never open weight versus ROH TV.
Oof.
Right? I will preface this by telling you that Will Ospreay has pinned Jeff Cobb in a tag match using his finisher.
Oof.
I don't know how the fuck he lifted Jeff Cobb, but he pulled it off.
I'm gonna say Ospreay. I feel Ospreay's getting this.
I'll go Cobb. Just because I feel it's more likely since New Japan uses Jeff already for shows, like he's been there before he's got exposure to that market, that having him come in and be the never, especially because he's a big boy, so he can do big boy matches.
Yeah.
I want to see Ishii versus fucking Cobb. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. All right, Blake, what's the coin say?
Tails, which means Cobb.
All right, Rush versus Dalton Castle, just a singles match.
Ooh.
I don't know I know the name Rush. I just don't know him.
Roosh. It's not actually Rush, it's Roosh.
Did he just got signed? I'm gonna go Roosh.
Yeah, sure, we'll go Roosh.
Flip
a coin.
Shit.
Blake's like, it landed on its side.
It landed on Tails. I gotta go with Dalton Castle.
All right.
Castle's on the right. Tails is right.
Iwatani versus Kelly Klein for the Women of Honor World Championship.
Iwatani.
Oh, that was fast. Bully Ray versus what?
That was a heads.
Oh. Bully Ray versus Juice Robinson, New York City street fight. I'm going to say Juice, but only after, like, all of Hatebreed or whatever their fucking name is come out and help him.
Lifeblood.
Yeah, sure.
Yep. I'm going to say Juice because I want to see Juice win.
I'm going to say Juice because I'm going to say Minoru Suzuki is going to come out and beat the shit out of Bully Ray.
Oh, that'd be good. Ishimori versus Dragon Lee versus Bandito for the Junior Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah, so you know when I said that it was going to get to a point where I have no fucking idea?
Yeah.
There's 3 people in this match. I only got 2 sides of the coin.
I'm gonna say it, Bandito. Just because of how over Bandito was at that one Atlanta show I went to a while back.
Here, Blake. Do you want to do triple threat rules? I'll take Dragon Lee. You can take Ishimori.
All right, I'll stay with the champ then.
All right, winner take all for the IWGP Tag Team and ROH World Tag Team Championships. God versus Villain Enterprises versus LIJ versus the Briscoes. Fuck me. What?
That's a blot. Okay. I know what I'm gonna do. There's 4 teams.
Guerrilla tactics and stuff. Yeah, I'm going God.
I'm stuck between God. My thing is, like, Marty's probably leaving, right? Like, here's a very good...
No.
Yeah?
I'm of 2 minds. Either one, because I don't know if you know this, fucking Villain Enterprises is dripping with gold from other promotions. They're the 6-man champs too. So, like, it's either they leave with everything, and they are essentially just like the 3-man gold standard of the company. Or like New Japan won this one, was like, hey, listen, you know what titles that GOD haven't won yet? Your titles. They haven't won your titles. And we need to bring those back to Japan because you fuckers will win our titles, but we never win yours.
Oh, no, then I'm going GOD then. I didn't realize GOD had never had the ROH titles, so yeah, I'm going to stick with GOD.
GOD also has Tama Tonga in it.
They do.
Yes.
Listen, there's only 2 actual people that can win this, and that's either GOD or Villain Enterprises. So it's, do you want to support Marty or do you want to support a Kiwi fucker? That's essentially where you're going.
All right, we'll go with that. No, just hit GOD.
All right. Zack Sabre Jr. versus Tanahashi in what's going to be a fucking amazing match for the British Heavyweight Championship.
I'm going to learn from my lesson at Wrestle Kingdom and pick the British person to win the British Championship.
Yep, same here.
Though part of me should have also learned to never fucking bet against stupid, sexy Tanahashi.
Yeah.
Well, the coin landed on tail, so I have to go with Tanahashi.
All right. Naito versus Kota Ibushi for the IWGP Intercontinental Championship.
And the title of Who the Fuck Hates Their Neck More?
I got Ibushi.
Man, I can't go against Bushi.
Too bad. What the coin say?
Oh no, I got tails, so it would have been Bushi, but still.
Yeah.
I can't go against Bushi.
I'm wearing an LIJ hat. I can't go against Ibushi. This is where they're finally going to give him a champion, like an actual championship, because he signed with them for 3 years. They could finally start actually pushing him after 6 years.
Yeah. So 3 Bushis?
Yeah.
3 Bushis.
Bushi Club.
Jay Lethal versus Marty Scurll versus Matt Taven. I know Ghazi's in the chat, so I'm about to make him happy because the kingdom is finally going to be recognized as he claims the title.
Whoop whoop, motherfuckers.
Ooh,
I have
okay.
no faith in my tag prediction. I literally think that Villain Enterprises is going to win, but I can't pick it because they won like last second over the Briscoes. So I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck's happening.
Yeah.
If it had been the original Briscoes versus GOD, there would have been no question. But when they were like, hey, listen, the Briscoes lost the titles, and now LIJ is there, I'm just like, what the fuck is happening? Just pick Jay Lethal. Just go and pick Jay Lethal. That we'll have all our bases covered, Blake.
Don't tell me what to do. I'm thinking.
Blake's like, how do I add a third side to this fucking coin? What do I do?
Don't you have a D6 over there, asshole?
I do. I don't want to reach over to get it. I'm really torn between wanting to pick Taven or Lethal, and I guess just to round out the 3 ways, I'll pick Lethal.
All right, and then finally in the main event, my favorite little Kiwi boy, Jay White versus Okada.
Rainmaker!
Okay, so basically just gonna give him back that title after he had it for 50 years. I'm gonna stay with the Switchblade.
Coin says heads. Heads is Kiwi.
Okay.
Kiwi boy.
So now that you guys have made your predictions, would you like me to let you in on a little secret? Do you know how I was able to guess who was winning the G1 Cup this year? After Kenny left the company, they leaked that the main event for the Supercard was supposed to be Okada over Omega for the title. So what essentially happened is they replaced Omega with Kiwi Boy, and everything else is staying the same.
Oh, I'd never heard that he was supposed to go over for the title. I always heard that it was just another one of those matches, so that's why.
No. Okada, basically it was supposed to be Okada's redemption. He finally got the Rainmaker shit together.
Yeah.
But I could also be wrong. Gato's booking it, like Laughing Gato, insert here.
Yeah.
For all I know, it's going to be a three-way match. Somebody else is going to get inserted at the last goddamn moment from the Honor Rumble. It'll be Okada versus fucking JY versus fucking the winner of the Honor Rumble. So, you know, Jushin Thunder Liger. Jushin Liger gets a shot at the IWGP Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah.
Whole crowd's behind him.
All right, and then finally on to a fucking 15 match card. For
Are you gonna watch this
WrestleMania.
live? All of it? Are you gonna?
Well, fun fact, I actually have work that day until 6, so I may come down with the flu Sunday. I don't know, but
that's what happened. That's what happens to me on Saturday. They want me to work 4 to midnight, and I was like, you can keep that $70. I'm gonna watch this fucking Supercard.
Yeah. All right. Match announced tonight: the Usos versus Ricochet and Aleister Black versus The Bar versus Shinsuke and Rusev.
By the way, as someone pointed out, Shinsuke and Rusev, easy WrestleMania payday. They've won 1 tag team match together.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep it on the Usos. This is just a good match for the Usos to have, I think.
This is the Usos overcoming the odds for helping the New Day, so I think that they'll... Who are they up against again?
Ricochet and Aleister Black, The Bar, Shinsuke, and Rusev.
No, I'm going with the Usos.
Yeah.
There are 3 constants in the WWE. Vince McMahon will stick his dick in everything. Stephanie McMahon feels that she's the head of all women's talent relations, and The Bar win tag championships.
They were my second option. So yeah, I agree with that. For the Battle Royals, do we want to pull our usual rules of picking a Raw, a SmackDown, and a surprise?
Nah, there's too much. Just pick one. It's fine.
All right. WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal. I got Ruby Riott.
So I'm picking Asuka, and I hope she murders everyone. I hope it's just dead bitches that litter the ring, and then she just throws them out.
Yeah.
After seeing me trying to stall to see who's in this, I just assume it's all the women. No, that Asuka needs to have something.
Okay. It's gonna be Lacey Evans. Watch.
Yeah, this is the beginning of her big push. Would be this. Daniel Bryan versus Kofi Kingston.
Wait, we didn't do the men's. Wait, I thought we're not.
Oh, I'm just going.
Men's is also.
I'm going off of what it exactly says on Wiki, so whatever. But yeah, what it's got right now is Bryan versus Kofi. Boys.
Kofi Mania, motherfucker.
Kofi. I mean, I'm not even going to there are 3 main event matches, quote unquote, and I'm not going to go against the grain on any of them at this point.
Yeah.
Because either I want them to win, there's no way they can't win, or I need them to win.
I believe that's all 3 of them, actually.
That is actually all 3 of them.
Yeah. Why? You got...
I think this is gonna be my called shot. This may be the reason why I lose this year, and I'm gonna say Daniel Bryan.
All right.
I don't want to say Daniel Bryan, but
you're expecting you're getting shades of WrestleMania. What was that? 19?
Yeah. No. Like, he gets it later. It's just a matter of, like, his victory would be buried with all the other victories, whereas if you wait a month, that could be the big thing of, like, Extreme Rules or whatever. I think Backlash is the next one.
Say it with me. Say it with me, Scottye. Blowback.
Blowback. Optics.
Yeah.
Boss and Hug Connection versus Divas of Doom versus Iconics versus Nia Jax and Tamina. Well, Divas of Doom aren't. They're basically the attraction of this match.
Boss and Hug aren't losing it yet.
Yeah, Boss and Hug.
Yeah. What you said.
Dylan's just like, Iconics.
They were my second pick.
Roman Reigns in his return WrestleMania match after a fight with leukemia versus It Doesn't Fucking Matter, but Drew McIntyre.
That's the weird thing about this match is, like, if you say that, like when you put it that way, very obvious. If you look at everything else where, Drew McIntyre literally murdered Dean Ambrose off of television, murdered him so hard that he left, and then murdered Seth Rollins, and then is likely going to be the challenger for Seth after WrestleMania. Yeah. You can't pick Roman Reigns. But I'm going to, because like Vince McMahon has this giant boner he's going to be walking around this day. He's like, they're finally going to cheer him. I won.
Blake,
it only took cancer.
Blake, you got Roman too?
Come on, yes.
Okay.
I'm not even gonna make a joke about trying to pick McIntyre because I don't want that to be a mistake.
Yeah. Bobby Lashley versus what's now been announced as the Demon Finn Balor.
Growly Demon, he's gonna do it.
Yeah, like, is it even a question? The demon's gonna be taken over.
How long is it gonna take him to get down that ramp? That's what we should take bets on.
Like,
that's an Undertaker entrance there.
Oh, that's what happens. No Undertaker entrance.
You get
Gotta make up for it with a demon.
Yeah.
Up next we have Samoa Joe versus Rey Mysterio, but wasn't there something announced earlier, like Rey got injured, or am I thinking of something else?
He had an ankle injury, so they kept him off tonight, but he's not going to miss WrestleMania. You see the state of his knees years ago, and he still wrestled?
Yeah.
I mean, he's not going to miss WrestleMania because he's not going to miss getting his ass beat by SoCal Samoa Joe.
Same here. Can we just have a quiz where Blake has to pretend, like, sing the fucking wrestling theme and we have to figure out what it is?
You have to make the Godzilla noise, dude. Yeah, I got some mojo.
Alright, so we got 3 Joes then?
Yep.
Now the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Is it a question?
Braun!
Let me see if there's anybody listed that how's
KO? Is KO doing anything? KO might win it.
I thought about KO as a possibility. Like if we were
By the way, I want you to know the KO show, dope set. Dopest set they've had
it's so good. But
also, I love how he knew that they were gonna fight and got out of the ring and left. He was just like, nope.
Oh yeah, he did the same thing when he brought on Charlotte and Becky. He was like, wait, before either of you do anything. And then he like leaves. He's like, now go.
Okay, you're good.
I'm gonna go with Braun as well. Just, this is more out of game theory.
I can't, yeah. They might pull a swerve on us, but like...
Have it be Shelton Benjamin. That'd be amazing.
Yeah. Braun is the only one that's had a story. Braun is the only one, like, he might get his comeuppance over the boys or whatever. But even then, if he loses, there's still nobody else that I think could, like, do anything with it. Not that Braun can do anything with it, because the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle is pointless.
Bray Wyatt shows up out of nowhere and wins.
Oh, that's a good one, actually. AJ Styles versus Randy Orton.
Oh, yeah, baby. Well, they already blew the phenomenal forearm into RKO spot on SmackDown, so I'm going with AJ.
It did blow it. I am thinking back to the days when I'm like, oh man, Seth and Randy are going to have a match at Mania, just one-on-one. I mean, there's no way Seth is going to win. I mean, look, Seth is about to curb stomp. Oh my god.
Yeah.
And then that RKO happened, and then that's what's going to make me choose Randy at WrestleMania, because I don't know what it is, but Randy wins at WrestleMania.
I'm going to say AJ Styles. Because what did Randy do last year at Mania?
Oh, I think he was injured that year, wasn't he?
Was he injured at last year's Mania? I don't know. I know the year before he won, because he won the title. Shane McMahon versus The Miz in a Fouls Count Anywhere match.
A Fouls Count? Okay.
Yes, you could use chickens and turkey. Live poultry is encouraged in this Fouls Count Everywhere match.
All right. I think that The Miz is going to pull a Shane McMahon and jump off the fucking ring post onto the announcer's table. It's going to be rad as shit, so I'm going to go with The Miz.
One can only hope that this is a Cinderella story that I just... Ms. Dorella. Ms. Dorelli.
I feel like this has the potential to, because like the Edge McFoley match at WrestleMania 22, that was really where Edge went from, yeah, he's had like a main event run and he's like this kind of good hand, but then they saw like, oh shit, he's willing to do all of that for the sport. That's what kind of put him over. I think that's what's going to happen with The Miz in this match, so I'm going to say Miz.
I'm so surprised that none of us picked the best wrestler in the world.
Yeah.
It's almost like we picked the one that was 75% best in the world over the one guy that inserted himself for the other 25%.
Yeah. Okay, I feel like there's a secondary part to this prediction, but Kurt Angle versus Baron Corbin.
And then Kurt Angle versus John Cena.
Yes, thank you.
So Kurt Angle wins the first match and then loses to John Cena.
Yes, that was exactly what I was gonna say.
Yep, we're all in agreement then. Okay. Actually, I did want to add this one as well. Who interrupts Elias?
The Rock.
Oh, that's a good one. Blake.
The Undertaker.
I'm gonna stick with Dylan. I kind of like The Rock over The Undertaker, cause like,
who in the Rudy Poo are you? I am. It doesn't matter what your name is. You come out here with your scarves, looking like the kid that served me coffee this morning at Starbucks. And
I want you to take those scarves, take your little mic, roll it up into a little bit of ball, turn that sumbitch sideways and shove it straight up your candy ass.
It's not going to happen, but I really want it to.
Yeah.
I want him to show up, do that, and then promote next year's Wrestlemania in Tampa since he fucking lives there.
Yeah. Pre-show, Buddy Murphy versus Tony Nese.
I was going to say an honorable mention to Jeff Jarrett again.
Oh, yeah. Buddy Murphy versus Tony Nese for the Cruiserweight Championship.
Mr. Athletic, Tony Nese.
Ooh, I'm going to keep it on Buddy. I love Buddy.
And Murphy's Law has worked well for you, but I think he's had the title for almost a year now.
Yeah, Murphy's Law.
He's a heel.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
In the show, even though you never know it at the pay-per-views because nobody follows 205 Live, they're like, that guy's fucking good and he has a cool look. We're cheer for him.
No, I'm gonna go with Murph.
Yeah.
We got too many. I got too many faces winning.
Well, Blake, you have to cheer for your former tag team partner Murphy. So
I do, because I've got a baby now.
Yeah. Brock versus Seth in the second of the 3 big matches. Should it be discussed, Seth? I mean,
I don't know. Remember last year when we all hoped it was going to be Roman Reigns to end the thing and it didn't?
I believe I did not pick Seth.
Right. You did that out of spite because you hated yourself and you said so. I have the podcast. I'll pull it up.
No, that's
Oddly
true.
enough, we record these things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with Seth just to hope that it ends, even though I swear to God, if it's Brock and it's just like, if it's Brock because they want to put the title back on Roman at SummerSlam, I will punch all of like the fucking like Roman Reigns vests on the planet.
I'm locking my doors. Like, no, he's coming. We can't have him punch the vest.
Oh my God, the tall man.
It's like it follows.
And then Dylan crashes through your window. He smashes you in the dick with his forward momentum, and then punches your vest.
And then finally, in the main event, we fucking made it. Ronda versus Charlotte versus Becky. Should I just put up the vision board right now? Just for us all to look at?
For us all to look at before Vince McMahon swerves us and puts it on Charlotte like a douche?
Yeah. Don't say it. Don't say that. The vision board looks angry now that you've said that.
You've made the vision board mad, and you've also made my heart mad. Because I know that the build to this has been extremely convoluted and stupid.
Maybe the dumbest build-up to a WrestleMania main event in like 10 years. Actually, no. Twice in a lifetime was a dumber build.
Yeah.
Okay, true.
But that's it. That's the only one I could think of.
However, I'm super stoked for the match at least, and I just need Becky to win.
Right. Me too.
And if she doesn't, then I'll be disappointed, but on a level that I have not been disappointed at wrestling in a while.
Yeah. Oh no, I was at that level last Tuesday.
No, I understand that completely.
By the way, it's the fact that Becky's going to show up being the Rumble winner with the 2 champions. And by the way, I don't know if you remember this. Yesterday announced it's for both belts.
Yes, it is.
Asuka died for this bullshit stipulation that wasn't even necessary. So, like, Becky's going to walk out one over each shoulder. I don't know how the fuck they're going to get either of them. That's why I had to have Asuka winning the tournament earlier so that she could reassert that she had beaten Becky and use that as her claim to get her title back.
Yeah. To be nice. Ghazi did want to point out that he wants Brock to win so Brock can be the only person to beat all 3 members of the Shield at WrestleMania.
That's a good point.
Don't remind me of that Dean match. That was the most disappointing bullshit of my life.
Hold on, just so I can finalize this, all 3 of us have Becky because we have to.
Yes. I'm getting real fidgety over here. I've been smacking the desk a lot with my pen, so we need to move on.
Well, should we move on to talk about merch.loadofpurebs.com?
Is that where you can get all your t-shirts, buttons, DVDs, digital downloads? Oh, wait, no, that's cultmerch.com.
Hey! Fuck off!
Digitalcult.com.
Oh, wait, are we about to do plugs and upcoming events? Why did you get mad when I was trying to steal a bit, then when Dylan and I did it, it was just fine?
Because that was collaboration. when you do it, it's spotlight hogging.
I don't know if that's true. This is coming from the master of interruption.
Exactly.
Merch.loadofpurebs.com. It's the website where you can get access to, there's fucking shirts. We got shirts. There's
and sippy cups. We got sippy cups.
There's sippy cups that you can put alcohol in that I desperately need right now during this fucking show.
Did you ever make that gastro
No, I haven't, and I should, but I mean, before
you want me to bring you some Everclear?
Merch.loadofpurebs.com is where you could go get your Everclear anyways.
You can't buy Everclear on it, but you can get a cup to put it in.
Well, no, it's metal, so it won't eat through it. So yeah, you should be good at that point.
Oh no, it will.
But boys, we've been talking about Wrestlemania, Ring of Honor, but fuck all that. The show I'm most excited for this weekend is JWF Wrestlepalooza, and in order to find out what's going down, what to expect, I think it's only fair that we turn things over to Captain Tibbs and Silver Spoon for the go-home episode of JWF Monday Night War. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to JWF Monday Night War. I'm your host, Silver Spoon, joined as always by one of the baddest wrestlers on the planet. It's Captain Tibbs.
That's me. I'm the captain, and I'm gonna be piloting all of you down to Wrestlepalooza.
That's right, this Sunday on the official Fight Boys YouTube channel, it's Wrestlepalooza, ladies and gentlemen. And Tibbs, we've got an absolutely amazing card, all the titles on the line, and then of course, we are going to have an amazing match for the JWF tag titles as a team we never thought we'd see again. Coach and Friend return to the JWF to face our champions, Blake Tanner and Scottye Moore. And Tibbs, what is expected to be one hell of a match. What do you think?
This is going to be the confluence of some of the greatest technical tag team wrestling I think we've ever seen. Two of the best hot shots in recent memory, Blake Tanner and Scottye Moore, the BS, and Coach and Friend. Coach and Friend.
That's right, Tibbs. They were JWF Tag Team Champions, one of the biggest names in the business a long time ago. But who knows if they can still hang with the boys today. Many people are considering that the BS aren't considering this match serious, that they aren't taking Wrestlepalooza seriously, and the BS are in the ring right now to address those comments. Let's have a listen. Okay, look, I know we're out for the whole promo thing, but Blake, I'm actually starting to feel like legitimately bad.
About what?
Okay, look. You remember last weekend we were doing what we always do, hanging out at the Dave & Buster's. You were on like your 5th pickle martini of the night. Don't even ask me about that. I was winning thousands of tickets like I always do, because you guys know all I do is win. And then...
I remember. Hold on. Just let me.
Yeah, you remember the guy.
Gotta compose myself.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember that night. We were at the bar. Dude came up to us, had a bunch of JWF logo shirts on, had the hat, had the cup. He said, something along the lines of, "Hey, BS, what you doing? Don't you have a huge match next week? Aren't you taking on one of the greatest tag teams in living memory? Like Coach and Friend? Coach and Friend?"
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And that's what made me feel so bad for Coach and Friend. Because you see, last year, you and I, we were gearing up for the match of our lives, an Iron Man match, facing one another for the biggest prize in the business, main eventing Wrestlepalooza, and we took that seriously, Blake. But Coach and Friend? coach and friend. I'm sorry, there's no taking them seriously because let's face it. I'll be honest. We grew up watching Coach and Friend. They are one of the best tag teams in JWF history. But us, the BS, we are the best tag team in JWF history. We are the tag team champions for a reason. We are the BS, and that's why at Wrestlepalooza... Oh my God, Tibbs! It looks like Coach and Friend, their opponents, they're coming out, and they do not seem happy about what the BS are saying. What do you think?
Look at him. Honey Mustard's so jazzed to be out in front of people again. Oh, Coach, he's got that serious look. Yep, slapping Honey Mustard on the shoulder. Now they're getting serious.
Yeah, let's hear what he's got to say. Scottye, let me stop you right there, buddy. Because all you're doing in that ring is making a complete ass of yourself. And I'll be honest, it's pissing us off. It's pissing me off, Coach off, because let me tell you right now, the Coach and I, we've been waking up, training all day, clanging and banging from 4 a.m. to the time we go to bed.
Oh, so that's going to make it easier for when we kick your asses on Sunday. You'll be super tired.
Hey. When little Jenkins here says that pissed him off, it wasn't because you're not taking this match seriously. No, it was because we were expecting a fight this Sunday. We were expecting the best that this generation has to offer. And well, if all the JWF has to offer nowadays is Dave and Buster here, then Wrestlepalooza is going to be a lot easier than I thought. You see, I just thought that you two actually had a little bit more fight in you.
Hey. Don't come at me with words like that. Fight? You want to talk about someone who's got fight in him? You are looking at two men who have done nothing but fight since we got into this business. When you and your friend were off retired, taking it easy for years and years, we worked our asses off to become the best tag team in the JWF. We had to make it. We had to climb all the way up. And when we got here, we didn't stop fighting. We worked our way up through the JWF ranks. We became tag team champions. We split up, went our own separate ways. Scottye has since become the Regal Rumble winners.
Defeating like 20 other men, by the way. That was really tough.
Yeah. I was one of the longest reigning JWF World Champions in living memory. 2-time Los Trios Tangos winners. And
whoop!
Look at me. I am just as great, and I have just as much fight in me as I did during that record title reign. Alright? If anything, Scottye and I have earned a vacation. And you know what? Thinking about it, I think our vacation is going to culminate in when Scottye and I beat you across every corner of this ring at Wrestlepalooza. You might think you're the best. You may have been the best. But that's not true anymore. You want to know who the best is? Well, let me tell you something. You can't spell best without a little BS.
See you this Sunday, boys. Well, Tibbs, looks like the BS have proven themselves. I mean, they certainly seem... I guess they haven't been taking the match seriously, but we're still going to have us one hell of a fight this Sunday. What do you think?
See, so this is where I think it's a little different. Looks like those boys aren't taking the match seriously, but they take wrestling very seriously. This is a very, very important dichotomy that we are seeing in the BS. So perhaps they'll be able to bring that fight that we've seen in them before. Now it looks like they have a legitimate challenge.
That's right. I mean, do you possibly consider them to be underestimating Coach and Friend? I mean, you've been there. You've seen what they're like in the ring. You know how dangerous they could be. Do you think this underestimation is a wise move from the BS?
You know, Sills, I can't honestly say. It's been so long since we've seen Coach and Friend in action together as a tag team in a long, drawn-out tag team title match like this. It's hard to gauge if they've lost a step or not.
That's right, Tibbs, but that's going to be one hell of a match, I tell you what. But speaking of matches that are going to be amazing, let's talk about a match that you recently added a stipulation to. And that is, of course, the match where the VWO implode in an amazing triple threat match this Sunday. Because, of course, we are going to see Travis Clouds take on his brothers Griffin and Justin Clouds. And Tibbs, you made an announcement that could change the landscape of the entire JWF involving those three men and involving that match.
You're gosh darn tootin' selves. Damn it. That's because this match is going to be a #1 contenders match for the JWF Championship.
That's right, Tibbs. So whoever comes out of our main event victorious, whether that be Momoa Curry or Brunch Boy Baron, they're going to have an instant fight waiting for them. And it's going to be one of the three Cloud brothers. And Tibbs, let me tell you something. We've seen Griffin in the past. He is a former JWF champion. The other two brothers, former JWF tag team champions. They may have seemed like jokes to some, but the VWO have been decorated champions before. And let me tell you something. I think this is a very wise move to add this stipulation.
Well, thank you, Silves. I was looking forward to announcing it, and if there's anything that I'm about, more so now than I used to be, it is about bringing families together.
That's right, Tibbs. And speaking of bringing families together, let's talk about a family that recently reunited, and that is, of course, you reuniting with your son, Canada Charlie, saving him from a beatdown at the hands of Felix Ball and the Lumberjack, the Canadian Crew. And, of course, you saved him a few weeks ago. It was an absolutely amazing reunition in the ring. Tibbs, how did it feel to be back together with your son after so long?
You know, Silves, after many months of debating and trying to let my son go on his own way and trying to let him understand what it's like to ally himself with someone that's such the utter scum of the earth like Felix Ball. I had to let my son see just how hard it is to let all your dreams and hopes be dashed by someone who is really and only truly out for themselves like that. And it was hard, but you know, when your children want to go out there and be on their own, the best thing you could do is let them learn. And then once they do learn, you be there for them, like a good parent. That's why last week I was there for my son. When he was finally ready to accept what evil men can be in the world like Felix Ball, I joined up with him and said, now we can fight him. Now we can fight that together, son.
That's right, and that is, of course, going to be a match happening this Sunday as you and your son reunite to take on the team of Felix Ball and the Lumberjack. And in fact, I actually had a sit-down interview backstage with you and Charlie earlier today, and that was quite an emotional, getting a little bit emotional there, Tibbs, but it was even more emotional earlier today. Let's have a listen. Ladies and gentlemen, Silver Spoon here with the men that are going to be facing the Canadian Crew this Sunday at Wrestlepalooza. It's Captain Tibbs and his son, Canada Charlie. Now, to start things off, we know that your relationship has been, well, anything except stable since Charlie came to the JWF. How does it feel for you two to finally be on the same page?
Well, let me tell you, Sills, it's pretty darn good. After so many years in the company, I found myself relying on men who would do nothing but betray me or leave me all alone, out on my own. Nobody had my back or anything. It taught me something. It taught me that no matter what happens between us, no matter what goes on behind the scenes, I can always come back home. And that you can't always rely on people that you meet in the ring, but you can always rely on family. And, well, Sills, as for me, the old captain, well, it feels good to just stop hiding behind that wall of hate, you know, 'cause to be all honest, no matter what I said behind the table for all that time, I was scared as hell every time Charlie got in that ring, especially when he was flanked by Felix Ball. Scared to see him if he would do something to hurt my son. Scared whenever my son was injured. And when I finally saw something like that happen, when I finally saw that momentous beatdown, I realized it was time that I needed to step up.
Well, speaking of that stepping up moment, when Felix Ball and the Lumberjack, they sent Charlie to the hospital a few months back, damaged ribs, bruised spine, severely injuring his body. Tibbs, I gotta know, what was going through your mind?
Well, so seeing as you had to hold me back at the commentary table from rushing the stage and actually breaking that man's body in half, I think you know the levels of rage and hate that I was experiencing. I was just having one image pop in my head over and over again. This one vision, I think you could call it. That one vision I came up with was Wrestlepalooza. And what I saw in that vision, Sills, was me facing Felix Ball. Whether or not it be one-on-one or a tag team, whatever, and making him tap out for what he did to my boy, what he did to my son. I'll admit it, surprising enough to say, I've never liked Felix Ball. Never did. And him messing with my family, that was just enough to cross the line and turn my feelings of hatred and vitriol up to 11. Unadulterated rage is what I felt, Sills. I just couldn't hold it in. I could feel it. And all that hate, all that rage, all that pain that I've endured, that my son has endured, we are going to unleash it at Wrestlepalooza.
Oh, excellent, Tibbs, but that leads me to my final question. Speaking of Wrestlepalooza, when fans of the JWF tune in this Sunday to see Wrestlepalooza and they see Captain Tibbs and Canada Charlie walking down that ramp together after so many years, what can they expect to see during the match?
Well, Sills, I'm actually gonna have to correct you on something because, Canada Charlie, Canada Charlie is a product of Felix Ball's wrestling school. Canada Charlie was created by Canadians for Canadians, and the truth is, Canada Charlie isn't walking down that ramp this Sunday because Canada Charlie is dead. Canada Charlie never really even existed, honestly. It was just a facade that I had to put up to try to get away from my family shadow. No. He's gone. So that's why this Sunday at Wrestlepalooza, you're going to be seeing the son of one of the greatest legends in the business, Chuck Tibbs, walk down the ring with his father. And that's when we're going to destroy the Canadian crew. Son? Son, do you mean that? Son? Yeah, Dad. And, you know, I've been thinking about maybe one day I could even take over the family business, maybe. Nope, not that one. We'll talk. Maybe. Possibly. We'll save it for after Palooza, bud. I'm just saying, and I gotta know how to make a match interesting, and, well, you know, let me tell you, if we want to get people tuning in this Sunday, we gotta up the ante, you know? That's why, I think I got an idea in mind, if you're alright with it, that you and I are gonna get revenge on some Canadian bastards in a match that the Tibbs family has made famous. And that is, ladies and gentlemen, of course, the Nautical Rules match. Son, I've never been more proud of you in all these years. Oh, you know exactly how to warm this old man's heart. And I've never been more excited to smash in that old ball bastard's head. Because this Sunday, the Tibbs family, the captain's quarters, we're coming for you, Ball.
Well, Tibbs, I mean, let me tell you something. In my years of interviewing people backstage, one of the most emotional interviews I've ever seen. That is, of course, leading to the, I guess we can call it the debut of Chuck Tibbs here in JWF Wrestling alongside your side this Sunday. And Tibbs, I gotta say, I can't wait.
Sounds like I'm gonna be lying if I haven't been wanting this moment to happen for a long time, and I'm so damned excited. I know it's gonna be a great show, but this is gonna be Tibbs' main event.
That's right, and speaking of matches that people are excited for, let's talk about a match that Tibbs, we found out earlier tonight, is going to end an era. The death of the Fight Boys Dust Watch series ends this Sunday at Wrestlepalooza as the Dylan takes on the man known as Sexy Chucky T, Chuck Taylor. And of course, we know the saga. We know that Chuck debuted at the Regal Rumble this year only to be unceremoniously tossed out of the company, tossed out of the ring by Dylan, and then of course Chuck came back challenged for the tag titles alongside his best friend Beretta, and then of course Dylan once again interfering in that match, allowing the BS to take up the victory, only for Dylan to finally lay down the gauntlet, lay down the challenge for Chuck this Sunday. And Tibbs, let me tell you something, this is a grudge match that you shouldn't miss.
No, Sills, this has been something that's been building up for a long time now, and honestly, I'm going to be glad to see Chuck Taylor go, if only for the selfish fact that I really only want one Chuck in this company, and that Chuck does happen to be my son.
That's right, Tibbs. It's going to be an absolutely amazing match as those two square off, but of course, in our main event, it's going to be even more amazing, Tibbs, as the god of the JWF, Momoa Curry, the Regal Rumble winner, takes on Brunch Boy Baron Corbin. And of course, we know in the past, Baron was a former pupil of Momoa Curry, and of course defeated him in a Falls Count Anywhere match, and which is, ironically enough, the match that Momoa is going to be facing Brunch Boy in this Sunday for the JWF title. What do you think of Momoa's chances are?
Sills, I've always been a staunch, I would die on a hill for Momoa Curry, and my thoughts that he was going to win, but I'm going to be honest, Sills, this is something that Momoa has had some trouble with in the past, and I'm not sure if he's in the right headspace to deal with that.
That's right, Tibbs, but of course we know Brunch Boy is off training right now for his match, but of course Momoa Curry, never one to miss an episode of JWF War, is in our ring right now, and I hope Brunch Boy, wherever he is listening, because Momoa's got a message for him. This Sunday is the biggest match of my career, because this Sunday I proved to the entire JWF universe, and most importantly, Brunch Boy Baron Corbin, that Momoa Curry isn't a part-time wrestler, that I'm not an attraction. No. I prove that I am one of the biggest names in this business for a reason, and I prove why I deserve the JWF Championship. You see, I'm going to put it all on the line this Sunday. I'm going to go in that ring against a man who, despite everything that's happened in the last year, I still consider to be one of the best in a JWF ring, one of the best wrestlers I've ever faced. And how do I know that? Because he beat me. He took me to my limits and beat me to a point where I could no longer answer a 10 count. But Brunch Boy, those tables are about to be turned. Because as your abilities in this ring grew, so did your arrogance. I've watched you throughout the years, watched your growth, and unfortunately, your growth stunted, but your arrogance grew, and it led you to a place where you believed that you could never, ever be tossed from the mountaintop. But this Sunday, Momoa Curry will complete his rise up that treacherous mountainside to reach its zenith and throw you back down to grovel at my feet, because I am the god of this company. And everyone, including myself, seem to have forgotten that in the last year, but no more. No more treating myself like anything less than the god I am. No more treating myself like a common street urchin. No more treating myself like I don't deserve that gold around your waist. So, Brunch Boy, I'm sorry it had to be you. I'm sorry that you had to come along when I remembered who I was. I'm sorry that you're the poor son of a bitch holding the JWF Championship when Momoa came around. But it had to be someone. Someone had to be the sacrificial lamb at my altar, and so this Sunday, Brunch Boy, I'm sorry, but it's going to be you. And I'm going to take back my title, so until then, count your blessings, say your prayers, and hold that JWF Championship tight. Because it's coming back home at Wrestlepalooza. Well, Tibbs, strong words from the #1 contender going into his match, and I'll be honest, I know you said you were worried about Momoa before that, but right now I'm worried about Brunch Boy Barrett.
So as I was saying last week, that I think that if Momoa Curry has that same confidence and that same ability that we've seen through all these years, he'll win. And I think that he's shown tonight that he's got that same old predatory instinct that has made men greater than men fear and grovel. And I'm looking forward to it.
That's right, Tibbs, but that's just one of the amazing matches we're going to see this Sunday. We're also going to be seeing the BS versus Coach and Friend, the VWO imploding. We're going to see you teaming with your son, Chuck, to take on the Canadian crew, and of course, all of that is going to be found on not the BS Network YouTube channel, no, the official Fight Boys YouTube channel, the new home for everything Fight Boys related. But of course, after Wrestlepalooza, you always know where you can find out all the next stuff happening, because it's going to happen next time on JWF Monday Night War. Well, it looks like, I guess Sylv spilled the beans for us, but yes, the big surprise we were teasing last week has been announced, and it's the fact that unfortunately this is the last ever episode of Fight Boys to go on the BS Network YouTube channel, because we've got JXT now, we've got Developmentally Unstable, we've got reviews, and it needs a home, and that home is the brand new Fight Boys YouTube channel, where we're going to try to have up different news stories, we're going to try to include reviews, other weird shit we can do. We don't want to be a what culture, because what culture's already what culture. We don't want to be a fucking wrestling with regret. We want to be the Fight Boys, and we hope you join us on our brand new channel, so make sure to go to subscribe to that. That's where you're going to be able to find JXT's Takeover pay-per-view, the Wrestlepalooza pay-per-view, all on there, straight to your ears, or eyes, because it is a YouTube channel.
And we hope that you enjoy it.
It just sounded so sad.
For some reason, I've lost my voice again.
I don't know what that's all about, but hey, what did you learn this week?
I learned that the best way to end 2019 way before it's over is just by having Dylan fight the dude.
Yeah, and I learned that sometimes you gotta bet on a small little bearded man. who hates Kofi Kingston. But until then, Dylan can be found on Twitter at SexyChuckyT. Blake, where could they find you?
At the Throat Doctor. And at Blake A. Tanner on Twitter.
And you can find me at Scottye Moore, Scottye-Mo. Buy all my books on Amazon. Just look up Scottye Moore. You can find that. And find all the other shows online at a loadofpurebs.com. Remember to support the show with picking up merch or donating to the Patreon. But if you can't do that, just leave us a review on iTunes. Go subscribe to the new channel. Supporting does not mean money. It also means, like, just giving us a little bit of feedback. So make sure to do that, ladies and gentlemen. And, of course, tune in to Wrestlepalooza this Sunday. It's going to be extremely amazing. I may or may not already know how a few of the matches are going to go. And it's going to be fucking buck wild. And I'm super hypey for it. So check that out. And, as always, you can find us at aloadofpurebs.com. Step up to the merch table at merch.aloadofpurebs.com. Find us on Facebook. Donate to the Patreon, subscribe on YouTube, and remember, for the last time, to follow us on Twitter, Chuck Taylor. Because when you're a fight boy for life!